Talk about, opening in the new arena for the first time.
Anxious to get in there, like I said.
Renovated.
I haven't really been in there other than when there's construction been going on. So just not, be nice to get back, not have to get in your car and avoid traffic on 471 to get to a home game. But no, I'm anxious to just see what it looks like completed. You got to understand, we still haven't seen it completed. We've seen it slowly come together. So it's exciting. But my folk, to be honest with you, I try to really practice what I preach with my players and worry about things that matter. So I got to worry about my team, my players all getting better individually and learning how to play as a team, trying to figure out a way to win games. I talked to Gary Clark today, and he said, well, you're always right, Coach. It's hard to win. I'm finding out. He called Darren Savino and I today. We were in the car. He's got as many losses already as he had last year. It's hard to win, so I try to keep my focus on that. What we're gonna, but especially this year, last couple of years, a lot of returning guys. This year, a lot of guys. We have returning guys, but a lot of new roles. So it's going to be exciting to see, how does Trey do in his new role? How does Nasir do? How's Jaron going to handle being a target of everybody's defense? Justin is a confident senior. Where he's got to look to score more. Obviously, when people talk about Kane Broom and his ability to score, but it's not just him, it's a lot of guys. So anxious to see how it all transpires. And obviously our schedule's tough. So I've had to, we've had to work really hard early, not just opening with Ohio State, but just our entire November and December schedule.
Still, you waited a long time for this arena, maybe longer than you wanted to at times. So
well,
now that it's here, what are your thoughts about having it?
Well, I think, it's great for our fans. It's necessary. And especially in a pro town, you have to have pro facilities. You can have college facilities, like they're, at Fall Allen Fieldhouse, and everybody thinks it's great. But that's because their fans don't go to, there's the Paul Brown Stadium and Great American Ballpark aren't a mile away. Pro town, a lot of competition for the entertainment dollars necessary. So yeah, it's exciting. I think just for our whole university though, it's a centerpiece for a lot. Obviously men's basketball is a huge revenue generator here, but we got women's team, we got hoops, we got volleyball, we got graduations, a lot of other things that'll now take place. Like I'm hoping we can get the high school games back. We haven't hosted a sectional or district in many, many years. Papo, you've been driving somewhere else to watch us.
So we're just trying to find a parking place.
Yeah.
What it look like on paper? Does it look the way you had hoped it would when now the finished product?
And I haven't been in every corner, but yes. They did an unbelievable job. I think there was a lot of key moments behind the scenes in the development of the new arena. I would say the biggest one would have been our board's directive with Tom Humes as president at the time to, if we're basically to paraphrase, and it started off as trying to dress it up for a cheaper number. And I think the board directive of if we're going to do it, we need to do it right, do it all the way. And that's where you see the East Concourse is so beautiful. We moved Oscar's statue, the video board entrance, just all, if we're going to do it, let's do it and make sure that we're not looking to redo it in 5 or 10 more years. I think that was the key moment. So yeah, no, it's tremendous. I think our fans will be shocked at how fan-friendly it is and how first-class it is in every way.
Coach, we haven't talked to you since some of the reports of Coach Davis have come out. Just curious if you have any thoughts or comments on that and how it was framed by the university.
No, I think, the university handled it from A to Z, and it's not really my position to get into personnel matters. But I understand you got to ask.
Coach, the team hasn't been in the locker room yet. They get in tomorrow. Are you worried you're not going to be able to get them on the floor for the next game?
I don't know if all the amenities aren't quite in the locker room yet, so we'll see. I don't know if all, I haven't been in today, so I don't know if the couches are in, the flat screens and all that stuff. So, but they're going to enjoy. Some of them might spend the night in there, I think. They've been awesome about their situation. It hasn't been good for them for the last year or so, comparatively. Look, I mean comparatively, but nowadays the student athletes at the high level in revenue sports, football and basketball, they live pretty well in their locker rooms. We have not had that for a long time. Our guys haven't said a word about it.
I don't want to keep asking you questions you can't answer, but how much can you tell us about the Notre Dame scrimmage?
I tell you that Mike and I are really close friends. It was something that I threw out to him in the summer. He had never done it, and we got a lot out of it. We got a lot out of it. The kids at some point you got to quit beating each other up. You need to play somebody else, and as good as Bellarmine is, for example. Okay, obviously Tusculum tomorrow, but we'll go back to playing Bellarmine. They're still not, they don't have the size. You go out there and you watch, you look at Notre Dame in warm-ups, and it's like, oh, we're in trouble. You gotta play against some teams that are going to look like the opponents you're going to play. And I think the most important thing for us this year is obviously opening against Ohio State. You don't want them to be the first team you see that can match you physically. To be able to just jump over Division II teams and get rebounds isn't realistic. But I think Ohio State scrimmaged Xavier, so they've been through it as well. But it was great for us in a lot of ways. But I would say this, even after tomorrow, and we're all going to be evolving. So I caution everybody every year. These guys get paid to ask me when a guy has a good game if he's arrived. My answer is always no. We'll see how he plays in the next game. See, I see him every day. So some days guy looks like he's going to play in the NBA. Next day, guy looks like he couldn't have got a tryout in the CBA. So it's you got to keep you got to stay focused on the grind and keep getting better. You can't get too high or too low. But playing other teams is huge. It has to happen eventually. Much as I like practice, you got to play somebody else. So that you're not really going to learn anything until you play another good team. Obviously, Notre Dame's got 12 top 100 recruits. They got good players and a great coach. So they posed a lot of different challenges for us that we had to deal with. It gives you a chance to put something on film so you can teach your guys. So hopefully we'll be able to continue doing it.
Mick, I know you got tomorrow night first, but can you feel the buzz the students camping out for that Ohio State game, just to build up for a team that hasn't come here in so long?
I've felt it for a long time. That buzz I've been feeling since we scheduled the game, because I'm the one that gets asked for tickets more than anybody. So that's the buzz I feel. And I think my phone just went off in my pocket again. Somebody else just realized we're playing Ohio State next week, and they want tickets too. So. No, it's great for college basketball. We'll talk more about it next week, I'm sure. But we've had great student body following for a long time here. We appreciate it.
Coach, you mentioned Gary.
Yeah.
His freshman year.
Plays at Indianapolis Monday night, so
Oh, nice.
got to get out of practice early. Got to move practice up so I can get to that game.
All right, nice. He didn't really shoot threes his first year. His second year, he started shooting them and making them. How did that come about? And then do you think he'd even be in the league if he didn't really develop that?
I think he just really, he's such a smart kid that, we talked about his future. And that he's not in the NBA because he can make a three. He's in the NBA because he can defend and rebound. And Houston's coaching staff, I'm sure, realizes his importance to winning. And that's all he really cares about. Gary's, if he shoots a three, it's because he's open, he's trying to help the team. He's not thinking about getting himself some points. Like, that's not his mindset. But he's a great example of guys that have come here, worked really hard, and gotten better. That's how we've had success here. But you can't develop a guy that doesn't want to be developed. Great attitude, great guy, great kid. Could not be happier for a human being. And hopefully here soon he'll have a guaranteed contract the way he's playing.
Yeah, no doubt. You mentioned the idea of still evolving as the season gets going. Is there anything you're hoping to see or wanting to see tomorrow night as part of that evolution?
Yeah, every coach, you know, we have different things we emphasize. I tend to focus on not turning the ball over, guys making good decisions on offense, when to shoot, when to pass. We've evolving as a passing team. Like right now, Jaron's our best passer, and it's not even close. We got to get other guys that find the open man. And I'm just talking about when he's open, you got to be able to deliver the ball to him. You got to A, see him, and B, be able to get it to him. That's the key to an offense. Passing is always the key to an offense. Right now, he's by far our best passer. He had we had a red-black scrimmage and another scrimmage. He's got like 20 assists. So our passing's got to evolve with some of our other players. We've got to take care of the ball every game. I just think winning programs do certain things that I believe in. We don't turn the ball over, and you defend with your life. And then when the ball's on the floor or in the air, which would mean a rebound and a loose ball, you got to be willing to sacrifice your body to get it. You know, our sport is a sport that effort and physicality matter. You know, you can't go for a loose ball in the fairway. You can go for a loose ball in our court, and it matters, and it takes effort to get a rebound. So, you know, making sure that giving effort and everything we got is our DNA. But also part of your DNA is going to be, you can't, like winning teams don't turn the ball over. You just can't happen. And when you're playing guys extended minutes for the first time in their career, they've got to be responsible guys that don't turn the ball over. So that's been something we've worked really hard on the entire offseason. You know, aside from obviously our defensive commitment. And I would say that every year, no matter who's on the team. I just think those are characteristics of winning teams. You're not going to win if winning's a byproduct of doing the things I just talked about, no matter how much talent you have. But our leadership has been great. Guys, I will tell you guys, our leadership's been great. Our team attitude's awesome. From our two seniors, Nasir and Trey, they've been unbelievable. Rashawn Frederick's been a tremendous addition to our team because he's a Bearcat. He plays hard. He's an unselfish guy that's tough, hard-nosed guy that plays hard, and he's happy to be here. He's a joy to coach. So, you know, this team, I think they want to prove some things. You know, and I got to give them confidence because I think they haven't felt a lot of confidence from the outside. Although I tell them all that stuff doesn't matter. I don't think they feel as respected as last year's team. But why should they be? There's too many unknowns. But kids take that personal. So I think this team, I've tried to make sure that they know I believe that they can be really good. Because you know, I think they're wondering themselves a little bit. Jaron's not. Some of the other guys are. So just trying to instill a confidence in them.